Hello everyone. I know we've had a great staff this whole year. We've all been working hard. This weekend, it all comes down to this. This is the Super Bowl of country club golfing events. And in my hand, I have what looks like a normal golf ball. But I've talked to the pros earlier, and they're offering a $100 reward for whoever can show the best example of customer service this weekend. At the end of the weekend, we're going to have all of the members and all the guests vote on who is the best employee, and they will receive this golf ball that they can redeem for $100 cash. So it's a big event, and that's why we want to do that, to motivate you guys to continue to do a great job this whole year. I've called this meeting so we can go over a few things that happened last year that we don't want to repeat this year. I want to go over different tip splits and also some more motivational efforts that we're going to give you guys this year. As you guys know, this whole event is a huge deal for the course. This is what keeps us alive and keeps us going revenue-wise. 15% of our overall revenue comes from this member guest. We have over 200 players, and we have a pot of almost $10,000. So it's big if you guys really get behind this event. The members and the guests are coming together, and as you know, last year we had a few guests turn into members because of this event. Alright, first I just want to get into some of the negatives, get those out of the way, touch on those, and then we'll move on to some of the positives. So first off, last year one of our biggest complaints was range balls. We had a lot of empty buckets out on the range, and they weren't getting filled as soon as the members would hit the ball. So you guys know, as soon as you see an empty bucket on the range, you have to get out there and get them fresh balls. They want to practice, they want to be ready to go for the start of their round, but they can't do that without practice balls. And another thing is just cleaning clubs. Take the extra 1 or 2 minutes to use a brush on their clubs, and that's going to go a long way as far as tips as well. We do a survey at the end of the year, and 75% of members said they are more likely to tip $1 to $2 more if they have very clean clubs. So that's not a little bit of dirt here or there. That's absolutely with the brush, cleaning, wiping, getting everything that looks really nice. And another thing we need to work on is our caddies. If you guys are going to go out to caddy, you have to make sure someone's in the bag room at all times. So you can't leave and go caddy if you haven't talked to the pros first, and if you know you don't have support staff behind you. So we need to make sure that's a big issue we're hitting on this year. Make sure that you're checking in with the pros, checking in with me before you go out and caddy. We want to let you guys caddy as much as you can. We know that's a great way for you guys to make tips, but you got to make sure we have your back on that. And just as far as the other thing, the little things are important, guys. Make sure you're using your manners, saying sir and ma'am, and making sure you're asking them before you do something. So they might not want their bag on a cart. They may want to carry their bag for this round. They may want 2 wet towels, and they may only want 1 wet towel. They may want this or that. Just make sure you're asking them. Don't assume. That's one of our big rules this year, is don't assume, and just stay on your manners, and everything will go fine. Okay, guys. So other than that, we did a really good job last year. We had a great event, and we made a lot of money. And as you guys know, we upped the tips for this event. So this year, we're going to do both a positive tip split and a negative tip split. So if we see you slacking off, or if a member complains about your performance, we're going to make sure that you're not getting the same tips as someone who did a really good job. And that's not because we want to punish you guys, but we just want to make sure that everyone's getting a fair split of the tips. If someone's working a lot harder than you, then obviously they deserve more money. And also that's going to go indirectly into more caddy time. As you guys know, Mr. Smolian needs a caddy every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and the pros are going to pick who that is. So if they know you're doing an amazing job with this member guest and you brought in a lot of money for the course due to your customer service, you're going to get that caddy time, and that's $80 a round, as you guys know. So that's $240 extra in tips that you would not have made elsewise. So it's the indirect things that we want to hit on. It's very important that not everything has a direct response, but everything else comes back to the pros and comes back to me, and we decide who gets more advantages there. And so tips are important, guys, but we want to add some more incentives to make sure you guys are really working hard this weekend. And the kitchen staff has offered free food for the entire weekend. So that's 1 meal at lunch and 1 meal at dinner. So that's something that they don't have to do, but they're willing to do for you guys because they know how hard you guys work and how important it is for you to stay motivated. And also we're going to add extra time and a half for the extra shift on Sunday. As you guys know, there's a big banquet after the entire event. So that's going to be from 6 to 9, and we're going to offer time and a half to 2 employees that we feel really deserve it. And we're going to give job priorities for the next 2 weeks, carrying into the fall for those people who really do a good job and step it up and are willing to offer more hours during this time. We know that most of you guys are only working 25 to 40 hours a week, and maybe if you add in 3 extra hours a day that we need you to, then you're going to go over that 40 hours. So we want to make sure we're giving you job priority in the future if you're willing to do that for us now. And the last thing, guys, is this course wouldn't be the way it is, this event wouldn't be so great if it wasn't for the golf pros. And they do a lot for you guys throughout the year, so this is your chance to give back to them and show them what they mean to you. But overall, guys, this is a really fun event. I just want to share with you a letter last year from Mr. Patterson that he wrote to the backroom staff. He said, "Last year the backroom staff helped me out a lot. They got me coffee, cleaned my clubs, and overall made my life easier during this event. If it wasn't for them, me and my team would not have been able to come in third place and receive the prize money that we did. Because of that, I want to share some of this prize money with you guys and just stress how important it is that you guys really helped us out this whole event. Thank you from me and my team, Mr. Patterson." So there you go, and inside that was $400 that the backroom staff got to split. So there it is, guys. It's simple. You guys know what you have to do. We've been doing this job all year. It's just time to take that extra step and go out there and make this event what it is every year. Thank you.